My brother made my life hell, then got my wife pregnant. Now he wants my help after our parents disowned him and left me their $2 million inheritance. Growing up, David was the golden child. Mom did everything for him. Laundry until 19. I figured everything out myself. He bullied me constantly. Put stones in my cereal once. 8th grade, he told me to kill myself during a fight. I was struggling with depression. That one stuck with me. High school, he tried to set my hair on fire at dinner. Mom said he was just playing around. Dad finally stepped in. Threatened to call the police. David went pale. Never faced consequences before. Dad enrolled me in MMA. Changed my life. Gave me confidence. 6 months later, David stole money I'd saved. Caught him red-handed. Punched him in the face. Got my money back. Dad backed me up. Told David he was lucky I didn't call the cops. Left for college on full scholarship. Best day of my life. Second year, I met Karen. Started dating seriously by junior year. Senior year, brought her home for Thanksgiving. David was surprisingly warm to her. Made me happy. Karen tried bonding with everyone. Noticed tension between David and me. Started inviting him to hang out, hoping we'd become close. That Christmas, she and David became friends. Playing video games while I studied. She left early. Said she was homesick. Seemed panicked to leave. 2 weeks later, she told me she was pregnant. We married after graduation. 4 years in, she admitted cheating with a coworker. I forgave her. 2 years later, cheated again with an ex. Again, I forgave her. 3 months ago, everything exploded. She told me she'd been having another affair. Said our son might not be mine. I asked who the father was. Hands shaking. She said David, my own brother. She explained that Christmas years ago, they slept together multiple times in my parents' house while I studied down the hall. That's why she left early. When she found out she was pregnant, she didn't know if it was mine or David's, so she chose me, the stable one. But they never stopped. Secret emails, cheap hotels, half her business trips were with him. I asked why she married me if she wanted David. She said she didn't know when to stop. Called it a mistake. I packed my bags. She cried, saying if I loved her, I'd fight for her. I reminded her I might not be the father. She called me a monster. Next morning, I drove to my parents, told them everything. Mom tried defending David, said he'd never do that. I called David on speaker while they listened. He denied it. Started yelling about me spreading lies. I told him Karen confessed everything. His tone changed. Blamed her. Said women throw themselves at him. Then he said it. I'm the better looking brother anyway. Not my fault she wanted me instead of you. Mom gasped. Face went white. Dad grabbed the phone. Voice ice cold. David, you're cut off. No more college funding. No rent. No car payments. Nothing. Figure out your own tuition. Let's see how far that face gets you without my wallet. I stayed calm. Watching Dad destroy him was vindication I'd waited for my whole life. Dad hung up. Mom hugged me tight. First real hug in 10 years. Apologized for not believing me all those years. Dad helped me find a divorce lawyer. Karen fought for alimony, but her affair destroyed that. Paternity test came back. David was the father. That hurt worse than the affair. The boy I'd raised for 4 years wasn't mine. Every bedtime story. Every scraped knee. All lies. Karen begged me to keep visiting. Said I was still his dad. I couldn't. Every time I looked at him, I saw David. After divorce, I moved into my own apartment. First time living alone. 2 weeks ago, Dad called. Changing his will. Not leaving David anything. Leaving me everything. House, retirement, life insurance, stock portfolio, nearly $2 million. Only condition is mom can stay in the house. I told him I'd take care of her anyway. David found out. Yesterday he called crying. First time since paternity results. Dropped out of college. Can't afford tuition. Karen demanding child support he can't pay. Can't find decent work. Begged me to talk to parents. Said he was sorry. Brothers should stick together. I laughed. You should have thought about consequences before you slept with my wife and got her pregnant. He said I was being unfair. That Karen was equally to blame. I agreed. That's why I divorced her and she's out of my life. She's your problem now, David. You wanted her? You got her. Don't call me about your kid or your bills. He raised his voice. I cut him off. You spent your whole life being the golden child. Mom's favorite. Dad's pride. The one who could do no wrong. Well, you're not that anymore. You're the black sheep. The family disgrace. The one who betrayed his own brother. His voice cracked. Started crying. Real gut-wrenching sobs. For 1 second, I almost felt bad. But then I remembered. Stones and cereal. Kill yourself. Hair on fire. Years of insults. Stealing. Sleeping with my wife while I raised his child. I told him we're done. Never contact me again. I don't have a brother anymore. Then, I hung up. Dad's finalizing the will this week. Mom hasn't contacted David since that call. According to my cousin, David and Karen live together now. Tiny apartment. Bad part of town. He's working part-time as a mechanic. Barely minimum wage. Here's the kicker. Karen's already cheating on David with his coworker from the mechanic shop, and she's pregnant again. Doesn't know if it's David's or the mechanic's baby. David called my cousin hysterical asking what he should do. Karma really does come full circle. Me? Got promoted 2 months ago. Senior director. Huge raise. Started therapy twice a week. And that beach house Dad always wanted, the one with ocean views, putting a down payment on it next month. Sent David the Zillow listing yesterday, so he knows exactly what he gave up. Haven't heard back.